Shalom, shalom. All right, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakwadash. We want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who we learned this truth from, and say peace, mercy, and blessings unto all the hopeful elect. All right, the true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, and that means he exists or he is to be. The true name of the Son is Yahweh Shai, and that means he is the deliverer, right? And we are the Hebrew Israelites, right? There's 12 tribes that consist of our nation. Today we're being so-called, Black, Native American, Seminole, Indian, Latin, Hispanic, but we're the Israelites, all right? So, in these last days, what the Most High is doing is he's bringing an end to Esau's world and the beginning of Jacob's. Jacob's name was changed to Israel, all right? So we're coming into our kingdom, and Esau is losing his. That's what's happening, a translation. Got that?
The book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and treasure do corrupt, and where thieves and break through and steal.
Yeah, so you shouldn't have your mind set on the treasures of this kingdom. Like recently I just did.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I know. All right, yeah.
They good?
Yeah, he was just calling to see about the camp inside. He said the camp inside.
That's all right.
Yeah, because you can still rotate it.
Yeah.
Fix it.
I'll read that again.
That's all right. Yeah, you can still rotate it. The book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth, rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
Yeah, because you don't want to have your mindset on the riches or the wealth of this kingdom, because this ain't real money anyway. The money that Esau is giving you, it's not real gold, it's silver. It's an FRN, no fiat currency, which is not backed by anything, and read that one more time.
The book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasure upon the earth.
Yeah, don't lay up for yourself treasure upon the earth. Meaning what? Don't put all your stock in this kingdom. All right, because when you go into a Bible prophecy, it clearly tells you that this kingdom is collapsing, it's ending. We're at the end of this man's kingdom. He know it, and something that happened recently is he want to give money to these Jan Sixers, these Edomites that stormed the U.S. Capitol. So Jake is seeing that. So now Jake is saying, well, where's our reparations? But you have to understand that true reparations would mean them giving us our land back and us having slaves. That's our true reparations. No amount of money Esau can give us could really suffice. It won't really make us happy. And then you got to take into account, okay, like if Esau do give you $1 million, the money ain't worth shit. That $1 million probably wouldn't even buy you a house nowadays.
The book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
Who's that thief? Esau. Taxing your check before you get it. Esau, he has all type of ways to steal from you, man. And actually, like what's that, LeBron a few years ago, they tagged his house with the N-word. Mm-hmm. So this is the place where people, home invasions happen, people break through and steal. You can be robbed. Anything can happen here,
But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt.
So that's being focused on what? Spiritual riches. All right. And how do you doing that? By doing the work, because we're doing this work and expectation or hope that we're going to receive a reward, which is what? The kingdom of heaven, And with the kingdom comes, we're going to get back everything we lost. We're going to get that back 100-fold, man. What the Lord told Peter. Real quick, get Matthew 19 and start at 27. You know, because one thing about this truth, man, you're going to lose things. You're going to lose a woman, you know, whatever.
Matthew 19 and what?
27.
Yep. Book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 27. Then answered Peter, said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee.
Yeah, we're forsaken all and follow thee. That happened to where each brother, you had a set time to where you was going to be, the Lord's going to wake you up and you're going to start teaching, doing the work. So that comes with denying yourself and forsaking things. Like you have brothers that left their families, or they may have left their parents, jobs, the old way, themselves, the old man,
What shall we have there? What? Right. The book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 27. Verse 19, verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have thereof? Therefore, and Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration,
which goes into reincarnation, being what? Being back in the flesh. Okay, so Lord willing, we're some of those men that were doing this in the past life. We're out on the highways and had this teaching. When you look at the ancient Roman Empire, Claudius, he had like a decree where he kicked all the Jews or the Christians out of Rome. And why is that? Because they were out there prophesying, about the second coming, pretty much raising hell. Pretty same thing we're doing. Like, you can't go nowhere without hearing about the Israelites. Okay, we're in a time to where everyone knows. Everybody knows about this truth. I saw a video last night where this lady, she was talking about the mark of the beast as a chip. And guess what else she was talking about? Esau, how he sold his birthright. And how if you take that chip, you're in the spirit of Esau.
So the birthright. Yep. Gave you up your salvation just to have a little pleasure in sin, for a moment,
Exactly what she was. And this is an Edomite woman too, but then you have Israelites, they're telling you that the mark of the beast is not the chip, that it's embargo or it's sin, whatever else they're saying, which don't line up with the scriptures at all. Because let's say the mark of the beast is sin. Okay, the Lord died for our sins, but then the mark of the beast is a sin that you can't repent from.
Yep. When the Son of Man, his glory, he also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
So there's a reward for enduring. The Most High say he's going to sit you upon a throne, judging as a judge. But that also comes with a crown, right? Because Second Esdras talks about the crowning ceremony, So there's great rewards that come with this, man. But also you're gonna suffer too. But that's the condition of the battle. It's a fight. It's a spiritual fight.
Sit on the throne, and his glory, he also shall sit on 12 thrones, judging for the 12 tribes of Israel.
And that's going to be all the 144,000. All right. Of course, you're going to have Peter. He's going to be, King David's going to be set up as the king. You're going to have the 12, the top apostles, the side. But it's going to be order set up. But all the 144,000, they're going to be crowned, right? They're going to be set up as judges. 1/3 is going to be delivered. There's going to be a lot of Jake's being delivered this time, but don't get it twisted. It's going to be much more Jake's dying too. All right. Only the elect is going to be saved. 2/3 of our people, they're not going to make it. Right.
And everyone that had forsaken houses and brethren, or sisters, or fathers, or mothers, or wives, or children, or land, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold.
Yeah, and so you think about, you might have lost a couple of women. So let's say you lost 2 women. Well, the kingdom, that's 200 wives. You got to think those wives are going to have children. If you get Isaiah, I think it's 60 and 11. That's why it says a small one shall become a nation. So the kingdom of heaven consists of rulership, new bodies, slaves, captives. All right. It consists of us getting wives and having many children. That's not really something we can do here in Babylon the Great. You can't enjoy it. You know, is that it? Where it says a little one?
So,
Isaiah 60 and 22. My bad.
book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 22. A little one shall become 1,000.
Yeah, what does it mean by a little one? It's talking about an Israelite. And maybe like one of the least, you know, because you have great, you have so-called lesser prophets, minor prophets. You have great prophets. You know, the scripture speaks about the least and the greatest of the elect too. You know,
The book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 22. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation.
so that right there shows that's talking about the kingdom of heaven. We can't do that in Babylon the Great, but because this requires multiple wives. You know, you can't really have that here, and even if you can't really enjoy them because you're always working, your children, might be in school or whatever your situation is. You can't really enjoy your family here, man. All right, now with Esau ruling, you know,
And a small one a strong nation. And I, the Lord, will hasten it in its time.
yeah, I mean the Lord can't wait to bring it to pass. All right, when you go to good Luke 12 and 32, the Lord can't wait to give us the kingdom, man. It says it's His good pleasure. You know, every nation had their time to rule. You know, the Babylonians had their time to rule. The Medo-Persians had their time to rule. The Greeks, the Romans, and now the Lord has blessed Esau with his second leg of the Roman Empire. But now he's at his end, and now he's trying to hold on to it by putting the whole world into a digital slavery.
Prison. Yep.
Digital in prison ain't gonna work.
The book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 22.
32.
Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom.
So Esau ain't gonna. We don't have to fear. Yes, a lot of our people are gonna die, but he's not gonna get all of us. He ain't gonna chip everybody, man. Okay. And at the end of the day, we're about to get the kingdom. We're about to take it from him. Just like going back to the whole birth when Jacob's hand held hold Esau's heel. That was symbolic of Jacob taking down Esau, man. Starting with Yahweh, because he's the top Israelite, right? Tribe of Judah. Line of the tribe of Judah, he shall come back as a travailing woman. You know? Want to say something? Let's get back to Matthew 6.
Look at Matthew chapter 6.
19.
19. The book of Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasure upon the earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and
Yeah, pretty much what money faileth. All right? You could get in a situation to where money don't help you. It's all long. Just all reading the Bible.
the book of Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasure upon the earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
Yeah, when you read about ancient Egypt, it says money failed. So what did they have to do? They had to start selling their cattle, then they sold their land, then they offered up themselves. So it's going to be the same thing today. It's happening now. People are burning through their savings, their 401k, just to put food in the house. You know, inflation. We haven't even experienced or hit hyperinflation yet. You know? Let me get that scripture real quick. Shalom, shalom.
Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Kalkadas Bakadah.
Shalom. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kapadas, Ba'atas.
Get Genesis 47. Start at 15.
Is that 15?
Yep.
The book of Genesis, chapter 47, verse 15. And when money fell in the land of Egypt,
Actually,
and
start up a little. Start at 12. See what that says.
The book of Genesis chapter 47, verse 12. And Joseph nourished his father and his brethren and all his father's household with bread according to their families. Verse 13. And there was no bread in all the land, for the famine was very sore, so that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted by reason of famine.
Yeah, so that's going to happen to Babylon the Great. And now the scriptures also speaks about a famine of what? The word. So it's going to be, it's going to be twofold. It's going to be a famine of the word to where people are going to hunger, they're going to thirst for the understanding of someone to teach them the Bible. They're gonna long for it, man. You know how you get hungry and you have a taste for something, you want it. People gonna get a taste for the scripture, but they're gonna have it when it's too late. There's gonna actually be a famine to where people are getting so desperate they're gonna resort to cannibalism. You know.
But on the flip side of that, scripture says, if you eat this, you should not faint, you should not hunger anymore. Eat the word, you should not thirst anymore. So that's the flip side of that. You know what I mean? So, we're gonna not focus on just daily bread, space, food that nourishes your body. This nourishes your soul.
That goes into what Yahweh said, man should not live on bread alone by the word.
Yeah.
And that's more important than eating. Because sometimes you have to fast.
Exactly.
And then it's like when you actually go on the fast,
you feel better.
You feel a lot better. But then it's when you eat, you're like, damn, man, I could have went longer.
Exactly.
And you start to feel like, damn, why did I break my fast?
Exactly.
So it's kind of a mental thing. But when you fasting, it's very good for
spiritual.
You.
Spiritual, yeah.
Gets demons off you.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
It has health benefits. You lose weight. You get rid of parasites. That's driving you to eat, to become what? Obese. This is what these people are. They're walking parasites. It's a consumer nation. They consume.
Yeah, I was just saying that. Jake is talking about where's my reparations. If you give Jake reparations, they're going to do exactly that. They're going to consume, which actually reparations will benefit Babylon.
I was going to say
won't benefit Jake.
It's going to revive this bitch. She's already on her last leg. Want to see, what they call them things, life support.
Yep.
The book of Genesis chapter 47, verse 14. And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan for the corn which they brought. And Joseph brought the money unto Pharaoh's house. And when the money fell in the land of Egypt.
Hear that? Read that again.
When the money fell in the land of Egypt.
So what does that mean today? An economic collapse. You put it in modern terms, that's money failing. You go into the store and the loaf of bread is like $200. People gonna lose their mind. You like $200, like people that's unheard of.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? I mean, it's not crazy, it's reality that they're saying that this is actually a state of depression. Like the Great Depression from in the 20s. They saying that this is actually resembling a state of the depression, economic depression.
That's why they're going to have to come with their new TV, trying to get things back on track, keep their grip on, on power. That's going to keep them in power, that MOTV.
Yeah.
Once that money falls, so now they got to switch the system, get everybody on board, so they can still maintain their power and control of the world.
And that's, you gonna say something?
No, I was gonna say also too, if you really think about it, Esau is playing possum. He's playing dead. The whole thing with the reparations, because that came up as a big, I guess a topic or issue in the forefront. So what Esau do, he'll cry wolf and say, well, we don't have any money. Look at the economy. So we can kind of look at the economy. This whole thing is being staged. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at it, how the first thing with COVID was the test. Test run. Well, what did that cause? That caused economic collapse, right? So he's the same thing now with the H virus. You know what I'm saying? So he's finding what works and what doesn't work. This place is a fucking test ground. You know what I'm saying?
If Esau is like a mad scientist, right? You know how those scientists They be having like dishes. They put all type of
Petri
stuff,
dishes,
petri
yeah.
dish, and they just
And the
experimenting,
microscope, yeah.
seeing what works.
Yeah.
That's what America is to the elites. That's why you have Transformers. That's why you have Women's Live.
Right.
You know, anything to go against what the scriptures are saying. They're experimenting on. They're literally experimenting. 2020.
Yeah.
People taking the jab. They was
Yeah.
experimenting on you.
Right.
You know.
But but my point being is that he made an economic collapse. I'm just speaking as a man, but I think in by part is to now to where Jake can't really say, hey, we need reparations because there's no money. How we going? Everybody's suffering. See, brother, we're all in this together.
Yeah.
I'm broke, you broke. No, Esau got money stashed up because these Edomites are still buying shit. You know what I'm saying? They might not be buying as much, but our kind of broke ain't Esau kind of broke. You know what I mean?
I believe the country's like $40 trillion in debts, and
Wow.
Esau got money. They got enough money to where they could give each Jake like $2 trillion if they wanted to.
It's monopoly money. They printing it out.
No.
How the fuck you ain't got more of it? All these trees, don't they say money don't grow? Yeah, it do. They make it out of fucking wood.
Can you get Habakkuk 2, Habakkuk show? Where he say he laden himself with thick clay.
Right.
Habakkuk. Go ahead.
Verse 15. And when the money fell in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, give us bread, for why should we die in this present, for the money faileth?
Yeah, so really, you know what's going to replace money? Food. Commodities, things like coffee, liquor. People going to want to eat, because when you think about it, that's why you work. You work to get money so you can feed yourself. So in the time to come, it's going to get so bad to where a man not going to have pity on his labor. He's going to kick down the house for the lack of bread, So food, money going to be obsolete. People going to really want food.
Yeah.
It's
going to be all your daily staples like oil, generator, gasoline, stuff like that. That's going to suffice you. What they say, long as you got food on your table, clothes on your back, and shelter over your head, you good.
And that sound like what? The daily bread.
Right.
And that's in our prayer.
Right.
Verse 16, the book of Genesis, chapter 47, verse 16. Joseph said, give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle.
How many people got cattle today?
Not many people.
Right.
You see? In the ancient world, real wealth, you had land. And then when you got your land, you put cattle on your land. Donkeys, sheep, goat, cows, bulls, and that's actually bring you wealth. You also had silver, gold. You had servants. Abraham had 300 plus servants. They went to war to get Lot back.
Motherfuckers gonna break into the zoo, steal a giraffe. I got this giraffe. I'll trade you for this.
Yeah. But it's all done by design because not just the white farmers, but especially the black farmers have been targeted. They've been denied federal funding, loans and shit, grants to help further their crop, further their farm. Those things are critical for a farmer to have water and feed for your livestock. You know what I'm saying? But it's all done by design. Esau don't want people to have their own means of taking care of themselves.
That would be no, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the reason why. Because then they won't be on need for the MOTB.
Exactly.
So they got to get rid of your own power to take care of yourself.
Exactly.
So you can come to them.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll actually counter the whole don't go down to Egypt for help. You know what I'm saying?
Verse 16, and Joseph said, give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle if money fail. Verse 17, and they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for horses, and for flocks, and for the cattle of the herds, and for the asses, and he fed them with bread for all their cattle for that year.
Yep, keep going.
Verse 18, when that year was ended, they came unto him the second year and said unto him, we will not hide it from my Lord, how that our money is spent And my Lord also have our herds of cattle. There is not a out left in the sight of my Lord, but our bodies and our lands.
See that? Our bodies and our land. So what do you mean our body? I mean they pretty much they put themselves in captivity so that they could eat. What does that look like in our time? Taking the mark of the beast.
Yeah. And what happened with the brother Joseph when his brother sold him into slavery? That actually helped benefit them in the long run, even though it was they did it, you know what I mean, with trifling intent. But the Lord set it up that way so that it would bring them into Egypt to get through that 7 years of famine.
Yep. The Lord dramatized.
Yeah.
He had Joseph's brother sell him, but he made Joseph the second in command in Egypt,
Right.
which really helped
That's right.
help him, his father Jacob, his brothers. It really helped them survive.
Exactly.
So that was all part of the Lord's plan.
Yeah. And you can look at that as us as well, with us being over here in Babylon, even though it don't look like it, don't feel like it, but that actually helped preserve us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we know we don't come from Africa, but look at how the motherfuckers in some parts, they live in like it's third world country. They living fucked up over there, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to come in this bitch. You know?
And the main reason for us to coming over here too is to wake up the hopeful elect.
Yeah.
Prophesize against Esau, eat him in his kingdom, bring him down.
Yeah. Ultimately punishment.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Write that out, brother.
Yeah. This is the book of Habakkuk 2 and 12.
Oh, so I'm sorry. Start at 1.
This is the book of Habakkuk 2 and 1. And it reads, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me.
Yep, as a prophet, watching the news, just constantly watching everything, man. Keep going.
Right. And what I shall answer when I am reproved.
We're filtering it through the scriptures. Just like when you see the tension in Iran, America being drawn out to this war, it says what? The least of the flock shall draw them out. Just like when you hear about famine, pestilence, the whole Ebola, that's Matthew 24. So we're bringing it out.
Bring it out. Verse 2, and the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
So when people say, the Bible is a white man's book or man wrote that, you have to understand that the Lord was dealing with the prophets. He told them to write it in the book. It's called the Book of Remembrance. It's like, how do I put it? It's like, if you ever seen like a movie or like a show where somebody did something in the past to help them in the future.
Right.
That's why he had the prophets write the book, because he knew he was going to come to town to, or he's going to fall away.
Yeah.
But then the Holy Spirit is going to have us, or certain men like Albert Bivens, go into the book like, oh, this is our story.
Right.
It's really a comeback story.
Right.
This is the greatest underdog comeback story ever, man.
Yeah. There's nothing new under the sun. Because what's that king back in the ancient world? Was that Ananias, when he opened up the books and he found out that, Israel was sinning, and he rent his clothes?
Oh, yeah, I think it's Josiah.
Yeah, that was the perfect example of that back then versus now. You know what I'm saying? So now we've been brought back, you know what I'm saying, to our power source. You know what I'm saying? This is our this is like a phone. This is like a phone. You know what I'm saying? This is the line directly to get us back to the Lord.
Yeah.
This is a lifeline, if you will.
It's that spiritual nourishment.
Right.
It also, it strengthens your connection.
Right.
Yeah.
And it reads, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is not for an appointed time.
Not yet.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
It's yet for an appointed time.
Yeah.
So the mark of the beast, there's a certain time to where that's going to be implemented globally, which is close.
Right.
Because this is the reason why brothers is making so many videos on that, because it's close.
Right.
You
Well,
know,
not just that it's closed, it's a real thing. There's actual people that got microchips in them. But in this instance, they're doing it willingly, but then it's going to be what? A mandatory mass chipping part. That's the difference. It's going to be guillotine season.
yeah, you're
Get
right.
down and lay down.
There's people. You're right. There's people that already got the chip right now.
Yeah, technology exists already.
There's thousands of people got the chip in Sweden. There's
Yeah.
actually U.S. American companies that are chipping their employees.
Yeah.
Some people just got it so where they can open their house door or their car
Mhm.
door, but it's gonna go to the point to where your bank information, your medical information,
Right.
your social security, your birth certificate, all that's gonna be on there.
Right.
You know?
Well,
You know, when they stop chipping at your job, that's gonna be my last day. Like,
Ah.
gotta go.
Double salute.
Yup.
Deuce with the deuce sign. You
Peace.
know what I'm
Early
saying?
retirement at 50. Word.
God. And it reads, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
So we're at the end and we're speaking. That's why you have everybody talking about it now, because that's the Holy Spirit has it speaking. What else is everybody talking about? World War III, the UFOs, aliens.
Right.
Now it's coming out. The true prophets got the understanding that the so-called UFOs are spoken about in the Bible. They're chariots. And it tells you that's how the Lord left. That's also how he's going to return. You know?
Like we going into what you just said about at the end it shall speak. Right? You go to Matthew 24, verse 5. He said, many people should come up my name saying I'm the Mashiach Yahushua, right?
Yeah.
That goes into what Elon Musk with the chip. He said he got like Christ-like powers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That prophecy right there, that's what that was talking about.
Right.
Yeah, he said, so if you were like born blind from birth, we can give you the neural link and you can see again. Let's say you were deaf, you can hear.
Yep.
So a lot of people gonna jump on that, man.
Even if you're paralyzed, they're gonna be able to what? Make you walk again. Because when they got that what you call nanotechnology, the little nanites, they can repair you. You know what I'm saying? I don't see. This was like probably like 18 years ago, 20 years ago. I was watching Popular Science Channel. I seen this dude had his finger nubbed off. And he put some powder on it and it regenerated his finger back. I was like, oh.
Yeah, Esau got some shit.
Yeah, I was like,
You
wow.
know, you better believe the Area 51, you know, his top scientists, you know, a lot of weapons too, because that's his main focal point is this, the sword. So you gotta think in Jacob's trouble, which they got when they went to get the president of Venezuela, Maduro, they say they hit the army of 300 men with a decombobulator to where they couldn't even pick up their weapons. So they were able to slaughter a team of 300 who were protecting the president with like 12, 15 soldiers.
That was that same technology they showed on Iron Man. Obadiah, he came to over here in the Middle East. He had, some type of sonic nullifier that was able to paralyze the troops. And he had to do, he was paralyzing them and shit. Just put a bomb on him and he left and blew his ass up. They couldn't, he had his whole troops. They came back, I saw all the troops was dead and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he had that neuralizer, the mobilizer, whatever, couldn't make him move and shit. And I was like, wow. So that's that same technology that he's doing Venezuela on Maduro is trying to so
So I go to show you we're gonna need spiritual power. We're gonna need protection from angels, divine intervention. You know?
Right.
Want to say something, brother?
Yeah, no, because that's like that shows you like with the different Marvel DC characters. Some of those are just high technology access, like Tony Stark, Iron Man. He's just a technological superhero.
That's Elon Musk.
You know what I'm saying?
Elon Musk is nothing but a Tony Stark.
Batman.
Yeah.
Whoever you could think of. But that technology allows them to be able to compete with actual people with superhuman abilities. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be, we're going to have the superhuman abilities and Esau going to have them Iron Man suits. You know what I'm saying? Because that's his superpower. You know what I'm saying? The wise men and team, his scientists. You know what I mean? On the left-hand side. And it reads, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come.
It said like that says it says terror because it seemed like things is not happening. You might get a little skirmishes here and there, then it slows down. Then it pick up, then it slows down. That's the birth pains.
Exactly.
But eventually it's going
Braxton Hicks.
Yep. It's going
actual birth.
Right. Yep.
That's birth. Bitch gonna birth him.
It's going. When they go, it ain't gonna stop.
Father of all bombs.
Second coming, appearance of Yahweh Shai. That son being born.
Yep.
You know?
All hell is gonna break out loose, and it's gonna flood.
Right.
It ain't gonna stop. It's not gonna stop.
It will not tarry. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright.
You can't get right. You know what I'm saying? Just like on what's that movie?
Life.
Yeah. He can't get right. You know what I'm saying? He is no good in him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For some reason, even if he tried to do good, he do it unwillingly. Like, what the fuck I'm doing?
Yeah.
I just help a nigga.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The Esau so deceptive. He'll help you, knowing he hates you, but after he help you, he'll be talking shit. Damn, it's fucking. You know what I'm saying? I had to help a fucking nigger today.
Yeah.
It was just part of the job. I really didn't want it, but I had made a delivery yesterday to this perceived Edomite out in Oswego, right? So he was saying, basically like, hey, it's a good day or some shit he said like that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, I said, anytime you are 6 feet above the ground, it's a good day. He was like, yeah, I always say that as long as I'm alive to irritate somebody, it's a good day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's Esau's mentality. If he could get on your nerve, because he said he was like, because if you can't do that, then life will just be boring. So Esau gets a kick out of seeing, fucking with people.
What
I'm saying?
There's a scripture that says he cannot sleep unless he do evil.
Exactly.
So he's always plotting how to irritate somebody, how to blow something up.
Right. Push your buttons.
Just to make your life a living hell.
Yeah. But to him, it's all a joke. But it's real people. It's real casualties, though.
Yeah, we're going to put some on chemtrails over there. Not in on the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Get them sick.
Get them riled up so they can fight.
Yep.
How Prince said. Remember he said when the chemtrails came, all of a sudden people start arguing, getting violent, fighting, wanting to fight.
Yeah, I was telling somebody the other day at the job, because they was talking about the chicken wings when everybody got crazy because Chick-fil-A had ran out of chicken wings and shit. Everybody started fighting. I said, they put that in on
They're talking about Popeyes.
Popeyes, yeah, okay, Popeyes. Yeah, Popeyes. I said, they put that in on the cover brother too.
Yeah. They did.
And that's crazy. That movie came on way before all that shit happened.
It's kind of like a part 2 to that. They cloned Tyrone.
Yep, that was like another sequel to that movie. Yep. Now see how diabolical Esau is?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's his I'm sorry, but that's his he have to tell you that's his prophecies on the left hand side. He has to tell you what he's gonna do before he do it.
Yeah, they call it the method of revelation.
Yeah.
So where you'll watch something like, if you watch the old Terminator movie, in the bridge you'll see 9/11, the old Simpsons cartoon, you see 9/11 on the, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So they do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like it'll go in your subconscious, but like
Yeah.
9/11, you don't really know what you're seeing, but then when it happens, like, oh yeah, that's what they're telling us. That's called method of revelation. Just like the movie Leave the World Behind.
Yeah.
They're telling you something in that.
And they also call it a predictive program.
Yep. Just like when you watch the old G.I. Joe cartoons from back in the days, when Cobra Commander, he'll tell you what he about to do. We about to blow up the Eiffel Tower. We don't have this much money or whatever. I used to be like, man, I used to catch. I said, man, if I was a villain, why would he always tell?
Why would I tell? Yeah.
Tell, like, and then he always getting beat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why don't you just do the shit? That's how you
Right.
do it. Catch him off guard. Like, don't tell what you about to do,
Exactly.
man. Give out your plan, dummy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And it reads, go back and forth. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
And what's faith? The evidence of things hoped for.
Right.
Hope goes into expectation.
Right.
So we're expecting to be delivered, man. We're expecting to be fed. It says, "My servant shall eat."
Right.
We're expecting and hoping that our families be protected. It says, if you believe, thou and our household shall be saved. So we're expecting good things, and that's part of you having faith. It's still good.
Oh, okay.
Check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine.
So
His-
go ahead.
His philosophies, you know what I'm saying? His religion, his education. He false wine. He transgressed by that.
Right.
He used these things. He used deception to get you to, go away from the Lord. Plan. You know what I'm saying? To follow him. With his science, pseudoscience, man came from
Darwinism,
Darwinism. Yet the only strong survive.
Big Bang
I
Theory.
was about to say Big Bang Theory. To keep Jake in disarray, keep them confused. And when you talk to Jake, even though they'll say something about the white man this, the white man that, but they got the mind of an Edomite in their mind. He saw it right. He shot right up in their dome, man.
Yeah.
They don't even realize that. They'll say the white man, this is the white man book, but everything that you spew out your mouth is the white.
But then they'll uphold their college degrees.
Degrees, yup.
But then you go to a university where it's filled with books in the library.
Yup.
That you take library,
Yup.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
The truth is buried under the library.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but you'll go in there and be indoctrinated with Esau's foodcation system.
Yep.
I call it foodcation system. You know what I'm saying? And uphold that and think you better than, especially a black woman. She think she better than you, man. She think because she make more money than you that she now wear the pants, bitch. And that's a sin for a woman to wear pants.
So you got to think. All we've been taught is be a good liars, man.
Right.
It's all you're just a good liar. You went to school to be taught to be a liar.
And now you went to school for like what 4 to 6 years. Now you just thousands of dollars in debt.
And working at where? McDonald's. As a manager.
If you're lucky to get a job. Because McDonald's is being real bougie, I heard.
You said McDonald's.
Oh, you mean Mick Cafe, brother.
Yeah.
Mick Cafe.
Yeah, they're being real bougie nowadays.
Go out there at that cafe, boss.
You know what I'm saying?
They ain't just accepting anybody.
Right.
They don't care about your masters and doctorates.
No, they call it you're overeducated for the position, so we can't hire you. You know what I mean?
The American dream is a joke, man. I was watching a documentary yesterday on how over there in LA is the worst place. It's like, that's just like a wasteland. Because like they had a whole community of people living in their cars. Like they were all just,
Well, they have parking lots.
Yep,
where you can buy a spot and park to sleep.
And they parked, and they had a gated, they had it gated off, just like you said.
Yeah.
There was a community of people that live out their cars in this gated parking lot, man.
Exactly.
And they would share food with each other, encourage each other.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. These are all full-time working people.
Making $60,000 plus a year.
That's crazy.
Right. No. But what's crazier than fiction? Reality. No. And it reads, he is a proud man.
Yeah, that's Esau, man.
Right.
He speaks proud. You want to know how you know he's proud? How he speaks, especially concerning us and our oppression. Right. Just get over it. Right. Were you a slave though?
Right.
No, that was a long time ago.
You got dumbass Jake say that same shit. Well, you wasn't no slave. Saying you spoon with the same garbage that your master, you know what I'm saying? Tell your stupid ass that. You gonna tell another brother that you wasn't say, yeah, we is enslaved. That was us back then in that chain. We came out of Egypt, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When Moses was talking to us, he said Deuteronomy 28, the 15th chapter on down, he said, your kids are gonna go into slavery. He was talking to us then.
Exactly.
That was us.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's reincarnation right there.
I was gonna say that because you are your forefathers. You come back every third and fourth generation.
Huh? Why
You
would
know
he?
what I'm saying?
Yeah, why would he say that to us? You know what I'm saying? He
Exactly.
said, your kid's going into slavery. You're just going to do this. You're going to be sold to your enemies. Just like, why he would tell them that,
Yeah.
like they're going to be there. Like, what you talking about? We just
Exactly.
came out of Egypt and we going to go back to Egypt and ships again? What the
Right.
fuck? What the fuck Moses talking about?
Right.
Like it. And he been up there too. He been up there too long. All that,
Right.
he ain't getting no air up there. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he been on that mountain too long. You know what I'm saying?
It's prophesied all through the Bible.
Right.
Remember when they gave up Yahweh Shai instead of Barnabas?
Yep.
They said blood shall be on us
Yep.
and our children.
Yep.
So it was already set up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When the Lord, you know what I'm saying?
So when them dudes, when you put your house out on that cross, you go back to the 1960s and 50s and 40s, Jake was getting hung. That generation
On the tree. Exactly.
They came back on.
And guess what? Here in 2026, they still are
Lynching
finding
Yep.
Jake's hung.
Yep.
You know,
Lynching nigga.
sundown towns,
What
truckers.
they call it? Pick a nigga, lynch a nigga. Yeah, that's all that is, a picnic.
It was an Ephraimite that got hung by the next to the police station somewhere, I think.
Oh yeah, they only dramatize when it's a so-called black, but they get Native Americans and Puerto Ricans and they do that to them too. That's because they're the tribes, but you don't hear about it as much.
Yeah.
You know,
I was thinking about that on the way here though, because Esau, I believe, when the whole Jacob and Esau incident with the birthright, I believe that Jacob, he was a dark-skinned man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all the tribes was dark, but you know, we got a speckled bird complexion thing with our people. So I think it's just something with when he see dark-skinned Jake, he hate them more. Like he hate the other Hispanic, you know, the what's that, the northern tribes, but he got something with the darker hue Jakes. You know what I'm saying?
it's spiritual because when you think about it, the Northern Kingdom left because during the time of the Greeks, the Maccabees, they rose up,
Yeah,
fucked Esau up.
right.
You know, then you had what 70 AD. So that beef was really harder between Judah, Benjamin, and Levi.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because we was in ancient Rome.
yeah.
Now some of the Northern Kingdom was there too, but it was mainly between the Southern Kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, Levi. The Lord came out of Judah as a so-called black. So he really hates us.
Yeah.
You know, and then you gotta think the Northern Kingdom, they're a lot more lighter brown. Some of them are mixed with Esau,
Yeah.
conquistadors.
Lighter, fair skinned.
So he used that to do what? Divide and conquer.
Yeah. And what people don't really realize, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, they are considered the Jews out of the tribe. Like those three tribes, they're mainly considered the Jews, and they're what? Mainly dark-skinned, darker hued people. This is Habakkuk 2, continuing on at 5. Who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied.
Pretty much going into the greediness of Esau.
Right.
How this man, he can never have enough. You know, which is going to lead to his downfall. You know?
But gathereth unto him all nations.
Yeah, which is why America's known as what? A melting pot. Why you have Chinatown, Little Italy,
Big Trouble in Little China, Chinatown, Koreatown.
They call what? Little Puerto Rico.
Right.
It's a melting pot.
In Florida, Miami.
So they got one in Brooklyn, I heard.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, they got one in BK. You know that.
Saying
Jamaica.
Jamaica Queens. You know what I'm saying?
But there's really no Jamaican.
It ain't no Jamaican.
I mean, they got there, but not like that.
Jamaicans.
Yeah.
Jamaican people.
Yeah. I don't know why they call it that. Maybe at one point they did. It's a lot of
Probably
Haitians.
dubbed it that, like Spanish Harlem.
Yeah.
It's different parts of.
So like they got a lot of Haitian, a lot of Levites in Queens. Yeah, a lot of Haitians in Queens. It's like a Haitian thing.
And it reads, and he heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him?
So he leaves all people. That's Nimrod. Go back to the Tower of Babel. You got everybody coming there, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they want that world government. Want everybody to be together. Like, who was it? Who was it? Solution? I think it was a
Yep.
Yep. You know, he want everybody to be together, man. One, one under one religion.
Right.
You know,
One world order.
order. Yep. So he always had that spirit in him.
Yeah.
He get that from the other, other heathens.
This is First Maccabees 1 and 41. Says, moreover, King Antiochus
Right?
wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and every one should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yea, also many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath.
That's what he gonna do with the MOTB. You know, he gonna want you to give. He gonna want you to neglect the Heavenly Father and get his MOTB under your skin. Man. Renounce him. Denounce him.
What they call it, a digital awe.
Yep. And that's the sacrifice of idols right there.
Right.
The sacrifice of idol. How they said they should have you idol, feeding you things offer unto idols.
Right. It's gonna be like the forever purge, but forever servitude. That's what he wants you to do when you get that marking on you. And it reads, continuing in verse 6. Wait, okay. Verse 6, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
So that's so his blessing was actually a curse.
Right.
The Lord said, thy dwelling shall be, you shall live by the sword.
You should die by it too.
So your blessing is a curse.
Mm-hmm. They said that thou shalt not steal. That goes back into the command. What's that? 6?
Rodney?
Yep.
No, 20.
20. But as far as how they got the 10 commandments lined up, it says, so 6 commandments. I think thou shalt not kill. Steal or kill is one of them. You gotta get back to it.
He also said, you shall not remove the ancient landmark.
So him being so the Lord put the spirit on him to be a thief, so he can destroy him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a vagabond, a wanderer. They say he can never keep it home.
You can have enough.
Right.
Never have enough.
And it reads, how long, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
Which goes into what? It's debt. If you go into that word clay, the word there is
5671, have teat,
which goes into heavy debts. If you look at the debt clock, this country's trillions of dollars in debt.
Right.
How you supposed to come out of that?
Verse 7, shall they not rise up suddenly, that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them.
Yep. Let's go back
Spoil.
to that was it. Let's go back to Matthew 6 and 21. Got something?
Yeah, it's number 8, my bad.
It's all good.
Yeah. I was just checking. It was Matthew?
Matthew 6 and 21.
Matthew 6.
Yep.
Book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Yeah, so you got to really guard your mindset in these last days.
Right.
You know, because if your treasures on earth, your mind will be in the world. What did the Lord say? Love not the world, these are the things that are in the world.
Right.
You know, because it all leads to greed, flesh. You know.
What was I saying? Multiple riches bring on hurtful lust. You know what I'm saying? Bring all types of drugs and you get around these different, you catch a disease too, fucking with these women. They may look good on the outside, but they dirty inside. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Tony said you're filthy, you're polluted. But it goes into also money being the love of money being the root of all evil. You know what I'm saying? Where it says you cannot serve two masters.
Yep.
Because you will love the one and hate the other.
Even more riches could bring you down to murder somebody. You know, or you get murdered.
Yeah.
Somebody wants your money. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know, they just all mouth select.
No, go ahead, brother.
They just had a dude. He looked like an Edomite. He couldn't have been in shape, but he just won. He was just had a bag full of money, and he was flossing it on what they do. Flossing it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And somebody ran down on him, killed him for it. He had like at least like a $500,000 in the bag. Flossing.
Trying to be Floyd Mayweather without the bodyguards.
Yep.
Crazy.
And they ran down on him and murdered him for that. You know what I'm saying? See? That happened a whole lot. You see people doing money phones. Yeah. For an hour later, he get killed.
Yeah.
Get robbed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Come on, see? Money, like you said, is the root of all evil. Man. People gonna take your life for that back. Even your own wife, that's trying to set you up. Get that bread. That just heard that just happened to somebody recently.
Yeah.
Woman trying kill. You know what I'm saying? Killed the man over money, over his money. You know what I'm saying? Set him up.
Well, I think that's what Big said in that that's the 10 Crack Commandments sign. He said, your mama be sitting in the kitchen waiting to start you know what I'm saying? For the love of money, man.
The book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 20. But lay up for yourselves treasure in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt.
And how we do that? We're doing it now. By hitting the highways and hedges. By being charitable, by being brotherly, by praying, by believing, by having faith, by repenting. By killing off that old man. That's you storing up your riches in heaven. Understanding that those riches can't be touched, can't be stolen. Can't nobody take that from you.
Right.
We're gonna tap into that time more and more during the time of Jacob's trouble. Because that's when the Lord is gonna allow those miracles to happen. The Most High looking out for you. That's you tapping into those riches that you've been storing in heaven.
Yeah.
I've been lately, man, time to be asking for something. It's been happening.
Yeah.
Yep. It's been happening where it's been let,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let your cup overflow.
Yeah. Like yesterday, I needed some mop pads. I said, I'm gonna ask my supervisor to get some mop pads. Man, so I had to go to the annex to cross the street to get some trash.
Yeah.
It, like somebody threw out some fresh mop pads in the bag. I just said, oh, damn.
Right.
It's right there for me. You know what I'm saying?
That's the Lord.
Yep.
Just think about that's how you're gonna find food.
Yep.
Shelter.
Mm-hmm.
Life-saving commodities. Man.
Commodities. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Candles, flashlights, batteries.
Mm-hmm. Stumble on right to something.
MIRs.
Yep.
MERs, you know what I'm saying? Ready to eat meals. Meals ready to eat.
Yep. Verse 21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. The light of the body is the eye, and therefore the light of the For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thy eye be single, the whole body shall be full of light.
Right. Now, what does the eye represent? It represents focus, perception, what you set your attention on, how you view life.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
You gotta be careful what you focus on here, man, because there's a lot of distractions.
Right.
The enemy, Satan, he wants to distract you. He wants to distract you from the truth.
Right.
He wants you distracted with the cares of this life, bills, whatever,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, like those Hotep niggas might hear that and think it's talking about the eye of Horus and shit.
Yo.
You
See, brother, that's the eye of horror. See,
it's your third eye, brother.
No, you dumbass.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. It also goes into the idea of being undivided, sincere, generous, focused.
Right.
Like we focus on the kingdom, you know. But not being double-minded.
Right.
you
Right.
know?
That's Esau. That's Esau's attribute. He's a double-minded man.
The book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 22. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thy eye be single, the whole body shall be full of light. Verse 23. But in thy eye be evil, the whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness?
Yep.
Verse 24. No man can serve two masters.
Hold on, read that again. It's a lot up in there. My bad.
Yep. The book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 23. But in thy eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness.
Right. If your eye be evil, you focus on greed, you focus on material gain,
Lust,
envy,
hate.
covetousness, selfish ambition.
Yeah.
That's what you focus on, and that's what you're gonna see. Walk towards.
Well, how they say in the world, that's the energy you put out.
Yeah.
That's the energy you're gonna get back.
Yep.
Whatever you put out in the universe is what you're gonna get back. They call it karma, if you will. You know?
It's all about your mindset too.
Right.
But if thy eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness.
You know, it's an evil eye, unbelief. You're
Yeah.
not believing.
Yeah.
You know.
But you know what though? But that's a gift from up on high though. The Lord is a gift for you to believe. So if you don't believe, the Lord did that to you. You know what I'm saying?
If therefore light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness?
Right.
No man can serve two masters, for there he will hate the one and love the other.
We hate this world. We love serving Yahweh Shem Shai.
Right.
It's this world that kind of interferes with you doing the work where it does. It's set up that way. Like for instance, it's the Sabbath. You can't just call off the Sabbath.
Right.
You gotta, you know what I mean?
Right.
Esau ain't gonna want to hear that.
No.
They don't give you enough PTO or vacation time to take off.
Yeah.
But you get like 2 weeks out of a year.
Yeah.
That ain't shit.
And then a lot of that shit just sound good on paper, just to satisfy the lawyers. You know what I'm saying? Because let your ass get sick. Talking about I'm about to use my sick time. You know what I'm saying? If you go on more than 1-2 days, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Going back to that documentary I was watching, there was people that fell on hard times because they couldn't afford their insurance. And because they got sick, they couldn't work no more, so they end up homeless.
Yeah, yeah. My wife's best friend, she going through that now. She got her second phase of cancer. You know, sick, get skinny, losing hair and shit, but she still gotta go to work. Ain't that crazy?
Crazy, that's crazy.
Like you got cancer, like it's on document, but this place is just set up to where they want you a skeleton at your station, whatever you do, they want a body there, but they don't care how the body look. It could be a skeleton.
There's somebody that work at a hospital like that. You got cancer,
know?
and you still working.
I'm like, Lord forbid, let me get sick. I am not going to work no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, because you gotta take time to heal yourself.
So,
You know what I'm saying? And overwork or less lack of rest causes you to get sick. You know what I'm saying?
Also stress too. And that stress kills.
Stress
And
kills.
that's what America is set up to stress you out.
Yeah.
wait till we get you Esau in that kingdom, boy. Oh man, we're gonna give it to you.
Yeah, no, because Esau had your ass working 7 days a week, and he'll be tricky about it. to where you can't work 7 consecutive days in the week, like a Monday through Sunday, but he'll start you in the middle of the week, Wednesday, and have your ass working to the next Wednesday. That's how slick his ass would get. You know what I mean? Damn devil, man. Fucking hate this place, man. You can't do shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You work. Pay bills, pay bills. You know what I'm saying? But these people, you know, they starting to get riled up, man, because too many videos where Edomites is making it, talking about, I'm giving up. I ain't going to work no more. I ain't paying no more taxes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're crashing out. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are crashing out. In a year to crash out.
Over there crying in his car. I can't fucking take it no more.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, wow.
But hey, we've been catching hell. So
Right.
I was like, welcome to nigga.
Welcome to negative. You've been crowned. Nigga, now.
But verse 24, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon.
How that mammon is going into money,
Yeah.
but anything can replace it. Anything could be a master if you let it. You know,
Woman, your kids.
woman, your children, your job, that could have master over you. Why? Because your mental state, if you let it.
Yeah. Well, it occupies the majority of your time. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you put so much time into, so many hours in a day or a week, that's what you really worshiping.
You start idolizing. Well, it becomes an idol whether you know it or not.
Yeah.
And the Most High is a jealous power. So that's why he ends up taking it away from you so that you could be more single-eyed.
Right.
You know?
Right. Well, you just set up as an extra in the film, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's your lot to burn. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some people, you know, like Sam, you know what I'm saying? He love working on the weekend. He coming in early. He really warned out because he don't told me, but he'll make it seem like, oh, I love working. Some hop and bop shit. I love working. You know what I'm saying? But he really loved the money. You know?
Verse 25, therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life.
Yeah, these scriptures gonna really come into effect now as we get closer to the end.
Right.
You're gonna have to really leave the world behind.
Mm-hmm.
You
But
know?
it says, be ye as pilgrims. You know what I'm saying? You know? So that goes into, you know, us you know, going into the woods. What it said, fleeing to the mountains back in 70 AD, but that's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, mirroring Jacob's trouble time. You're gonna have to, you know, leave these cities if you can, right?
That's why the Lord allowed to happen.
Right.
It did say you have some Jakes on some I Am Legend shit.
Right.
You know, Most High might just allow them to be saved in the city, but in the whole city, it only like be 2 or 3 people. They're so scattered out, like it might be one person in Greece, one person in the ER,
I had a
dream around the equation.
I had a dream about that some years back about that. I was going to a town. There was nobody there, man. No light. Everything was pitch black. It was like a ghost town. Nobody was like. Now then, like just like you said, it was 1 or 2 people that lived in the city, and they told me, "Oh, you can come here. You can come here." They ain't trying to rob me or nothing. They like, "You can come here. You can come here." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then come stay with them for a while. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I thought that shit was real as a bitch too. I was like, oh shit.
Right. Yeah, you'll be in the city somewhere, and then you just catch something move on the corner of your eye. Like, what the fuck was that? But it's somebody running, trying to hide because they don't know who you is.
They don't know your intentions.
They don't know your intentions.
So you have people like, you know,
looking.
You know what I'm saying? Hiding out. You know what I'm saying?
You have
laying low.
gangs like the saviors from Walking Dead going around taking people, cannibalizing them, raping them, robbing them.
Yeah. No, there's gonna be like Mad Max. There's gonna be motorcycle gangs, all type of militias. People going turn cities into forts. This is fort. You know what I'm saying? Cobra Commander. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it says one city shall fight against another.
You know, right.
You know? What's that? What's that movie, The Walking Dead? They show you something like that in that. Walking Dead.
Yep.
So that little town fight against another city, you know what I'm saying? Yep.
Yeah, because they're going to be fighting for what? The same resources.
Yep.
Because they're going to have to scavenge, because it's not going to be your local Walmart or your local bodega or corner store, as we call them here. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to go pillage. You're going to go forage for food. Canned goods, medicine. You know what I'm saying? I might stock up on fingernail clippers. Them shit's going to be a commodity in that time. Have you ever got a hangnail?
Oh,
You
yeah.
try to, and that shit get down to the cuticle. That shit hurt. I might stockpile up on some fingernail clippers. Start selling them. Bartering them. You know, it's gonna be a barter system. You know what I mean?
Especially cats that love to get haircuts. They go ahead and
Razors. Yeah, I'm gonna need a razor, man. Can you give me a razor?
You gotta think about people that do drugs.
Right.
People ain't able to get their medicine.
Oh, man.
You know?
Or even life-saving medicines like insulin and
Yep.
and you know, things of that nature.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bowl of destruction out here.
And they saying that that Ebola is running rampant over there in Africa again. You know what I'm saying?
Bill Gates ass.
No.
You know, that's all that is. That devil. Keep going. But in thy eye be evil, the whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will withhold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon. Therefore I say unto you, take no thoughts for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink.
Right, because that's gonna be the main thing.
Yeah.
People gonna worry about, you know, what I'm gonna eat, what my children gonna eat, what we gonna drink, what I'm gonna wear, it's gonna be a lot of, you know, questions.
Right.
You know, which is human nature. Human nature, you know what I mean? It's normal to worry about these things. But the Lord is saying, I got you, don't worry about that, man.
Yeah.
You know?
But see, that's why it says that this knowledge shall be the stability of our time. Because we gonna know not to worry. That Yahweh will provide. You know what I'm saying? Because what the scripture also say, he that try to save his life shall lose it, and he that shall, which means giving up all these worldly things that you desire, that you're looking for, your expectations. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I gotta have 3 meals a day. Nah, you know what I'm saying? You can really go days without eating. You're gonna die of thirst quicker than you're gonna die of not eating.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like we mentioned earlier, you actually feel good when you go without eating for a few days.
I think you could go up to like 2 weeks with no food.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
water, you can only go 3 days.
Yeah, you can't go without 2 weeks with it, I think. Wait, is that right?
You can only go, you
With
can go
the
2
food?
weeks without food. But water, you can't go more than 3 days.
3 days, okay. You know what I mean? Because it start having health complications.
And then I say you try to eat and you haven't been drinking, you fuck your system up.
Fuck your kidney. Fuck your kidney up.
You dry it out.
Your kidney
That
stones.
shit hurt your throat too when you trying to swallow.
Oh yeah, they say that's one thing you don't want to do if you a state of extreme dehydration. Never try to eat nothing because you're gonna choke on that shit. You already know that because your saliva helps you digest.
Break down the
it
food.
aids your digestion. Yeah, but that's why you always try to get something to wash down your food, right?
Mhm. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body what ye shall put on.
Lord said, don't worry about nothing.
Right.
But this world teaches you to worry about these things.
Yeah,
Go to school, get a job, do this, do that.
yeah,
You know, that's of the world. That's not even. So if you're worried about these things, that's going to distract you. That's going to make your eye evil.
yeah.
You know?
That's
Because
gonna
what?
make
You
you-
lost focus.
Make you go rob somebody. That's what
Mhm.
make your eye eat, like you said, make your eye eat.
What 50 said, get rich or die trying. So these fools actually gonna try to get whatever they need, or they gonna die trying to get it.
Yep.
By any, what's this called? Extreme times call for extreme measures. No?
Is not the life more than meat and the body than raiment? Verse 26, behold, the fowl of the air, for they sow not neither do they reap, nor gather.
Yeah, exactly. So you got animals out here, they don't sow, they don't reap nothing. The Most High just provides for them, you know?
Into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are you not much better than they?
We are way better than that.
Right.
We the sons of God, you know?
Right.
Made in his image. So you think the Most High don't care about us, man?
He makes it rain so they can so the ground dirt get muddy so worms come out so the birds can eat.
Right. Right.
He went when a fly or something, a butterfly, he blow it to a certain angle so
To
that
pollinate.
yep, or then the
Bees
bird
pollinate.
yep, to a bird can catch it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. This whole makeup of what we call life is strategic. It wasn't no big bang and then everything just happened to exist and then evolve. No, man, this is designed by, how we would say, a master builder, you know what I'm saying, if you will, the most, you know what I'm saying, Yahweh Shai and the Elohim,
No, the Alahayim.
the Elohim, you know what I mean?
The elect.
The elect.
So when you break it down and say that they made it, they said it was good.
It was
So
good.
when the Yahweh Shai and the elect made everything, they was like, okay, this is perfect how it is. Esau's the one who fucks it up, man.
Right.
He's the one who fucked it up. Say, no, we need concrete. We need chemtrails. You know, we
Right,
need
right.
roads. We need highways. We need to knock down the forest.
We need mass production of a Model T, Ford Model T vehicles now that causing emission problems with the
Ozone.
with the ozone layer, man. You know, shit crazy, bro.
A little more than that.
Yeah. Verse
You
26.
get Isaiah 33:6. That.
The book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 26. Behold, the fall of the earth, for they sow not, neither do they reap.
Meaning
Nor-
what? Meaning they don't have to do nothing. They don't have to work. And they're not worried about it. They just living. You know?
gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are you not much better than they? Which of you by taking thought can add on 1 cubit unto his stature? That's it.
Keep going.
Oh. Verse 28, and why take ye thought for raiment, consider thy lilies.
Quite worried about your clothes.
Right.
That's a big one up here because it get cold.
Yeah.
You know, so
Of the field, how they grow, they toil, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore, if Yahweh so clothe the grass of the field, which to this day is and tomorrow is cast into an oven, shall he not much more clothe you? O you o little, o ye of little faith. Therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or wherewithal shall we be clothed?
that's really gonna have to kick in during the times we're coming into. Because we're getting ready to be shut out the system. So when that happens, you're gonna have to remember these scriptures, like, okay, the Lord said don't worry about that shit.
Right.
Because you might be in a situation to where you out somewhere, first thing from your mom, I want to get home, you know, because that's what you want to do after a long day. You want to get home and relax. Might
Right.
not be able to, you know, because
What?
that might be a trap for you. Go home,
Right.
they waiting at your house or something,
Right.
you know.
Well, nothing just happens for no reason. Things happen for the people you encounter, the things that happen to you from meeting these people. You know what I'm saying? There's been complete strangers that have been generous and have, given me money, have given me, you know what I'm saying? Like when I make my deliveries and shit, I be damn thirsty as hell and shit. They be like, oh, you want some water? I'm like, hell yeah. Give me 2 of them things, you know what I'm saying? But the Lord gonna put certain people in front of you that's gonna help you.
Yeah, that's.
You might not even know it. You might be one like, damn, but then you gonna, I'm sorry.
Oh, you good?
But you know what I'm saying? The Lord gonna do all those things. But he's testing your faith at the same, you know what I'm saying, instant. You know what I mean? In the same instance, you know what I mean?
For all these things do the Gentiles seek, For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things, but seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Take therefore no thought for the tomorrow, for the morrow shall take thought for the things of it itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof.
This is this is Exodus 12 and 36. It says, and the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they lent unto them such things as they required, and they spoiled the Egyptians. Now, I'm not saying like we're gonna leave here with substance like we did ancient Egypt,
Right.
because this time only our spirits is going up.
Right.
But I am saying that hey, the Lord can make these people give you things. You know, just like I was doing rides and that he tipped me $14.41.
Right.
That's spiritual.
Right.
That's a spiritual number.
Right. That's a sign right there.
You know?
Sign that the Lord is with you. You know?
Or somebody might give you food, or somebody might give you some water, like you said.
Yeah. Yeah. Something you really need.
Some boots. They might see your children. Might hook you
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's the Lord doing that, man. You know what I mean? You don't really even have to ask for it half the time. The majority of the time, you know, people just know the Lord put them there. Just like who's that was in prison, and the angel came and took him. Peter took him to food to buy. Who's that?
Oh, you talking about
Daniel and
Habakkuk.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The Lord, you know what I'm saying, knew that Daniel needed food. You know what I mean?
We're ended on that.
Said 33 and what?
Verse 6.
This is Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
Yeah, the main thing is having a name. Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know, and having been put in a situation to where we have to call on that name. So now our faith and trust in that name is, you know,
That's what I was trying to tell you last night. I said I had that dream. I was in the closet, you know, and martial arts troops was coming, whatever. It was me, it's two other females. And we was like, you know, those big old closet, and they had like mad clothes. I was like, we just like
a walk-in closet.
Yeah. So we was like, we ran in there, and we was like, damn, they coming. We ain't had nowhere else to run. Right. So we had like a lot of clothes. So we just threw clothes on it. We just hid up on a pile of clothes.
Yeah.
And I said, man, I started praying to the Lord. I started saying, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Bashem, like they. And then so the cops come in, the martial arts troops came in there. They caught two of them, but they didn't get me.
Yeah.
Right. I was like, oh, that shit seemed real like a motherfucker too, man.
That's heavy.
Yup, word. I was praying. I was saying the name of the Lord.
Yeah,
I kept saying, how about Shem Yahshua? I said, please don't let them come catch me. And they opened up the door and they caught the two, but they didn't get me. And the spirit, they didn't even snitch on me either. And they ain't be like, oh, he in there. They ain't say nothing. They just got taken, and then I just came out. I waited for a while, and I got up out of there. Like, you know, and I was trying to sneak out the back way. They had like a little secret tunnel, because the house was one of them big ass old houses and shit, like apartment complex type shit. So I was just sneaking out like little trap door, you know, little back ends and shit, trying to get up out of there. Yeah, that dream was crazy. I was like, that shit was off the chain. Word.
It's gonna happen like that, because say I'm gonna lift up a standard.
Standard. Yup.
Look at that word standard means to disappear. You know?
I thought I was gone. I said, come get me. He caught the other two.
And it reads, continuing on, in verse 6, and strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is his treasure.
Yep. And with that, we'll give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rekakudash.
To the hopeful lecture.
One.